Meeting Zola. So they opened the door, and this was not what I was expecting. Can't quite hear, but I say you can reel her in. As they tried to reel her in, they lost grip of the leash a bit. Zola was able to reach me. When I jumped out of the way, I accidentally shut off the recording. Fortunately for me, she only grazed my arm. My shirt, on the other hand, was not as lucky. We put Zola in the kennel so we could go over safety protocols. We now know how serious her stranger reactivity is, and we can work on some crate manners too. While this initial meeting could have gone smoother, it also could have gone worse. Fortunately, no bites made contact with the skin, and I now know the extent of her behavioral issues. This allows us to adjust the course for her and move forward with additional safety protocols in place. We decided to do the interview outside so we don't have to shout over Zola.
I've seen her lunge sometimes. Usually if I feel like she's going to do that, I kind of place myself between myself and her and the stranger walking, because I don't want her to do any lunging.
Right.
So usually I try to put myself in front of her, but it's kind of 50-50. Sometimes she lunges and sometimes she just kind of growls, and sometimes she'll hide kind of behind me and bark, and then sometimes she lunges. Sometimes she does it, and then sometimes she really doesn't pay them any mind. But for the most part, like if I'm on the elevator getting off and you're getting on, she may tense up and bark some and growl some. So mainly it's usually when someone gets closer to her that she doesn't know, she kind of just gets in that mode where she's barking or growling, and that's something that we really wanted to work on her with. So usually when it's people in her space, like if we're walking in the hallway or if they're pretty close, she tends to kind of latch out to them or lunge to them. It's something we really wanted to work on. Like we have a lot of friends and a lot of visitors that we feel like we can't bring home because she's jumpy. She's usually jumpy or even nips at their ankles a little bit. A lot of people, we want to train her to a point to where we don't have to explain to people, hey, she jumps on people or she's a little nippy with her mouth, stuff like that. So that and some more obedience on the leash when we walk her, a little more loose leash training. She's gotten better since we've had her, but she's still every now and then when she gets a distraction here or there, she tends to pull. So just more so working on that as well. That's like the two big goals that we had. Just making sure when we have visitors, she's okay around them and strangers as well. When we're like on an elevator or something, her not getting so protective and tense when we're around strangers or just people in general. Being a pit bull, not having the best image already, you know, it can scare some people off or give this image that she's a mean dog. So we just want to really work on that.
This first meeting with Zola took place October 22nd, 2020. After this interview, we went over safety protocols. Since her owners have done an amazing job working with Zola, and she is now muzzle conditioned. On January 18th, 2021, Zola had her first day of training. She wore her muzzle and we met outside in a neutral setting. She did amazing for her first day, and I'll be posting a video of day one soon. Thanks for watching.